Are you manifesting? Do you know what you're manifesting? Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Diana. And today's video I want to talk to you guys about manifestation and what that exactly is. It's continuing the series on how to better yourself. The last one I did was about stress and how to relieve your stress. Well, this kind of goes into it. So a lot of the times we don't really know how to release our stress or what it is that it is stressing us out or what's bothering us. So I'm at lunch and I'm trying to figure out how to manage my time in my lunch. So sometimes I go out in my car and I'll just sit and pray, or I'll watch YouTube videos because it's quieter, and I'll just sit and think in my car. So yeah, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about manifestation and what do you manifest into your life. Law of attraction says that we manifest a lot of the times what we really don't want because we think negatively, and the Bible says the same thing. Is if you're constantly just speaking negative into your life and always putting that out there. For instance, for example, if you constantly put that your husband's a no good piece of, that's exactly what you're telling it to be. You're telling that person to be that, and that's what it comes out to. And if you're constantly sitting there and crying about why nothing gets done the right way, why you're so stressed all the time and poor me, it's because you're constantly not realizing that you're actually putting that into your life. So for me it was why this and why me and why that when I was living my other life. And so it was a constant struggle for me to constantly put a balance into my life. So when I stumbled about the book The Secret, and then I read the book The Power, I was like, the Bible talks a lot about this stuff just in a different way. And what I found that very interesting was that you can put into perspective a lot of different views and apply it, and it works the same. For instance, if you're trying to change your lifestyle, set up short-term goals. What a lot of people do is they do vision boards and they do bulletin visions. I had a vision board, but I moved and it got damaged, so I did a collage of a vision board of pictures. So I'll show them at the end of the video of my vision board pictures of what it is that I want to envision into my life. And then what I'll do is I'll do 6-term goals. I'll do short-term goals that will help me achieve them a lot easier than long-term goals, because sometimes they're like I said before, New Year's resolutions where we all get pumped up, yay, hooray, and then at the end of the day, you're going home feeling defeated because nothing gets happened because you just don't have that raw energy anymore, that pump. So I always say start out small so that you can gradually learn how to grow bigger. And that's another way you can better yourself, is learning how to start out small and figuring out how to love you within your own flaws and whatever it is, the challenges that you have that occur to you. You know, not everybody in this world is going to be happy with you or love you. So you have to learn to be okay with that and just learn to speak life into those people and just walk away and let whatever it is, whether it be God or however you believe in, let them be handled by that person. Because our job is not to change people. Our job is to figure out our purpose in life and try to fulfill it and be a lot happier. So with that, it helps me be a better version of me, and I'm able to be a better mother, a better wife, or a better sister, and sometimes even a better coworker. Because last year when I was going through all my phases, I was constantly getting in trouble at work because I wasn't happy, I wasn't being productive, and it turned out, you know, it was costing me almost my job, until where I had to sit back and relax and go, wait a minute, no, I need to take control over my life, and I need to figure out what it is that I'm doing wrong. And as soon as I started doing that, it's like everything just started changing, and everybody now sees the way I work and they like it, and now I work even better and I'm happier and I'm more productive and I'm not so stressed like, I gotta go to work. Like, I'm okay with going to work. Some people don't like what they do, but I always tell people, life gives you lemons, make lemonade. So if you don't like what you do, then figure out a positive thing about it, because not everybody has the ability to be like, okay, I'm just gonna make millions of dollars then. You can't just do that. Sometimes you don't get the opportunity to go to school, so you don't have that being a lawyer type of job or a doctor or whatever it is. But if you have a passion for what it is that you want to do, you'll go for it. So if you love sushi, for instance, my son's dad loves sushi. He'll do whatever it takes to save money to take him out to go eat sushi. And he'll do whatever it takes. So when you love something, you're that passionate, you'll do whatever it takes. For instance, I love photography and I'll do everything. I'll practice, I'll study it. Right now I'm studying the way of business and managing my business in photography, whether if I need a license or not. And so I'm trying to manifest the way I view myself in 4 months from now, and seeing if I got more clients or if I've improved, or just in general working on doing free sessions for my friends to try to improve so that I can start handing out my business cards and start taking that leap and saying, okay, I'm no longer an amateur, I am now a professional, here you go. It's called practice. And the best way I can put it is when I was reading this book called The Love Dare. It is one of my favorite books. In the movie The Love Dare, there's also the movie called Fireproof, and it's out of that book called The Love Dare. And in that movie, Kirk Cameron is the one doing it, and he talks about, in the book there's a section where he has to do something for his wife, and he doesn't want to, but he's learning how to do it. So it talks about learning how to better improve. So for instance, yes, you started dating your wife or your girlfriend and you won her over. Now work up into a high school degree. Start learning and figuring out her likes, because we all change from time to time. Vice versa for the husband. Start learning his likes until you get a high school degree, and then you graduate from there and you get a college degree, and then so on and so on. And that was like a good way to put it, because sometimes we as folks, when we get married, we just manifest like we're done. We're content, we're done. And we get so comfortable within whatever, and we're just like people don't even say I love you anymore. Sometimes husbands and wives are more like roommates instead of being an actual husband and wife, and I always express that you need to be loving towards one another, because what is the reason why you got married in the first place? If not, why did you marry this person? And people are so quickly to be like, you guys need a divorce, you guys need to upgrade. It's not so much about divorce and upgrading, it's about finding your own truth and identity in your marriage and figuring out what works for you. So I usually tell my friends is set up a goal. Write down a letter or jog a journal and write down what you want to improve. So I always tell people, write 10 things that you love about your wife and write 10 bad things that you don't like about your wife. Talk to her about it. Hey, these are the things that bother me, and then eliminate them out of your vocabulary and out of your system. So the word can't, I tell my son, is not in our system. We do not allow that word can't. We say we can, but we can't. So I always tell them, Philippians, talks about I can do anything through Christ who strengthens me. And I always tell them that I can do anything through Christ who strengthens me. That is something powerful. You all have the ability to do it. It's just willing to put in the effort and the work. It doesn't take a lot of work, but it does take effort. I hope you guys are finding these tutorials empowering, and my goal is just to help other people empower and find a better version of themselves, and so that they can be a better you, because what better gift you can give yourself than that? Because there is no other way than empowering yourself so that others can see a better version of you. So when people try to knock you down, they can't. because you are who you are and you stand firm. Don't let anybody steal your thunder. If it ain't God himself telling you, hey, you can't be doing that, then you shouldn't listen to anybody else. And a lot of people say, follow your heart. Yes, follow your heart, but also follow what your voice is telling you. Sometimes we get that intuition voice and we don't listen to it, and we put it in the back burner, but we need to. We need to sometimes listen to that voice. Sometimes God sends dreams and people to come talk to us and we don't even realize it. For instance, when I was talking to my pastor's wife, she was like, look, and I said it in the last video, and it was an eye-opener to me. It like literally made sense. She's like, you can't change what he is doing, but you can change what can happen to you. And I was like, that is so true. You want people to respect you, but they don't, then leave the situation. Figure out a way to change it so that you can't allow them to keep attacking you or being in that sense. I know for a lot of people who live in domestic violence, some women are really stuck and afraid to leave, or some feel like they have nowhere to go. I felt ashamed most of the times, but when you are not alone, you shouldn't feel ashamed, and you should embrace that you are beautiful and wonderful the way you are, and that you can overcome this just like they can. They can grow and become a better person. What we gotta do is empower one another so that whether people look at you like you're crazy because you're like, how can you still talk to that person after what he did? And I'm like, it's the same way I tell them, well, how do you expect God to love you after what we did to him? Sometimes we're so cynical and we don't want to forgive other people for what they did to us, but yet we expect everybody else to forgive us. So we got to be mindful of our surroundings, like I said in the last video, and just do like a video or log, or like write down and what things you want, take pictures of things you want, and write them in short-term goals and manifest those things, and always ask God to help you guide those things and help you to get there. Ask him, say thank you, and help me get to my direction of where I'm going, God. Help me to realize if that's where you need me, then lead me there. If not, then take me out of it and show me where it is that you need me to go. So I hope you guys are finding these tutorials very helpful. I hope you guys enjoy these, and I will talk to you guys soon. I gotta go back to work, but I hope you guys are finding these inspiring. Don't forget to hit the notification button and hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, then subscribe so you can see more videos like this. And if you have, I want to thank you for subscribing to my channels. I hope you guys enjoy these, find these very beneficial, and I hope you guys have a great and awesome afternoon or day or night. Bye, hasta luego.